Hello, welcome to Unfinished Stitches, where we talk about all the cross stitch stuff and all the other crafty crap we've been up to. My name is Bonnie and I'm in Colorado.
And I'm Madison and I'm in Maryland. And today is August 12th, 2023, and this is Flosstube number 31.
31, 31, 31.
31, which is crazy.
That is crazy. Okay, Miss Madison. So, what have we been up to?
Well, it's been busy because it's summertime. I'm sure everyone else can kind of relate to that. It's been so hot and we've been outside so much, so we don't have a lot of stitching to show today, but we do have some exciting things to share. Let's see what's happened since we last saw each other. Oh, I went on a little trip.
Yes.
I went to Florida with my husband and his family to celebrate his dad's birthday, which was a fun little weekend. It was very hot and humid down there. And let's see what else has happened. I haven't gone anywhere else. We've been pretty much here, we haven't traveled very much this summer. You've been some places though, haven't you?
Yeah, your dad and I have, he's come with me for work since he's been off work still. And yeah, he's traveled with me, which has been kind of fun. We've been all over Colorado and we've been in Nebraska and Kansas and all the places that I go, Wyoming. So he's come with me. So that's been kind of fun to have some company on the trips, and we've done a little sightseeing here and there, looking for some property to buy maybe. So that's been kind of fun. I don't know. I've been in the garden a lot. Even though traveling. See my pretty flowers. My delicata squash is dropping
so
pretty. And look at these jalapenos. We have so many peppers coming out, like jalapenos, serranos, poblanos. So I had to dehydrated some of our jalapenos.
Oh, yes.
Was on stuff, but we have so many peppers and so many delicatas. And anyway, so I've been in the garden a lot. So that's kind of where my creative stuff has been. I've been hanging out there and sweating. But it's been a really actually decent summer. And I can't believe, I was looking at the last frost date for the year, because when you garden, you look at that, because I'm planting fall harvest now, our fall crops like radishes and all the things. Anyway, so it's like, yeah, our first average frost date is only like 45 days away or something. So
Really? Oh, okay.
Depressing.
Although I love fall. Fall is my favorite. Fall is my favorite stitching.
Yes, me too.
Like not just to stitch because of the weather, but the projects, like the fall projects are my favorite. I think it's all the oranges and the yellows. Like it's my favorite. Yep, right there.
Yep.
Yes. So I love fall.
I agree with you. My favorite as well. And I have the most whips in that. And we'll talk about that some more. But
yes.
Anyway, so please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. We would appreciate if you would be a subscriber. That would be wonderful. I'm going to give an update. My Etsy shop has been closed for about a month because I've been waiting on one big order of a bunch of scissors to come in. I have some new Halloween scissors coming and some new 4th of July scissors coming. I hope they're in this order. Anyway, hopefully it'll be here this week, and then my shop's going to open back up and I'll get everything listed. So I've had several people say, hey, I'm looking for these scissors, and I'm sorry, they haven't come. So they're supposed to be here this week, and I hope to get all that up and running again. How's your Etsy shop doing, hun?
My Etsy shop is doing good. This is one of my favorite shirts that I have, is the cross stitcher. I love this one. And it's available in my Etsy shop. We can link it down below. I have a couple other designs as well. So thank you so much to everyone who has supported that. It's been really great. And I'm so thankful for all of you who have bought shirts. And it's fun to spread our love of cross stitch through some fun shirts. So thank you everyone for.
And what is your Etsy shop name real quick?
My Etsy shop name is PhDoodling. Okay. And we'll link it down below. Yes.
Mine is curlygirlcrafter, which is what this YouTube channel used to be. So I just kept that the same. It's so
Yes,
much
I'm sorry. We're confusing you with all the names. But
it is confusing. We kind of combined. Madison used to do videos for hers, and so we combined because it's way more fun. Anyway,
it is definitely. So, yes. Where's Mr. Apollo? Is he there with you?
I don't know, but he's already been here bugging the crap out of me. You know, I planted some beans in some, we had potato bags, and the potatoes have been harvested and they were wonderful. But we planted some beans in replace of the potatoes, and he likes to get up and stand in these bags that we have.
Oh
Gosh, he's like destroyed the beans. I'm like, so I think I have some more soaking, so I'm gonna plant some more beans, and hopefully we get some green beans by the fall. Dad's really, really annoyed with Apollo.
I think Apollo thinks you guys have designed that backyard garden for his like playground. That's what he thinks.
He totally thinks that. So we used to have a trampoline where the garden is now. Well, most of the garden. And my husband has built 3 raised garden beds, and we have green stalks, and I mean big whiskey barrels. We have all kinds of stuff growing back there, and he just thinks it's the best. And he weaves in and out all things and hunts the grasshoppers, which he needs to hunt more of those and get those out of there. But oh yeah, he thinks the garden is for his entertainment. So I don't know where he is. What about Gus? What's Gus up to? Sleeping?
Gus is on the floor over here sleeping. It's too hot for him to be in his chair, I think. So
Yeah.
he's like sprawled out on the floor over here. It's a pretty warm day today here, so he is hot.
It's not too bad here. It's 84, but it's cloudy, so that makes it totally tolerable here.
It's like 93, feels like 98, 100. So it's miserable. We went on a walk this morning. I say that quietly so he doesn't hear me. At like 8, it was 80 degrees. I was like, oh, we'll go this morning. Like, you know, it'll be good because it's gonna be hot. It was hot. We went this morning, but anyway, so he's asleep over here. He's useless. All right. What do you think? Should we
let's start
share some cross stitch?
Yes, let's do. Okay,
Well,
why don't you go first? What are you going to show?
Can I go first? Yes, I have 2 finishes. One is very exciting, but so I'm going to show you the less exciting one first. This one is Liberty Hill Farm by Silver Creek Sampler. And when did I start this? I started this back in July of 2022. So not that long ago.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And this is my finish.
Love
This was one I did have to do a lot of my own color conversions because they were all specialty threads, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. I was a little worried about the like banner because they're kind of like pastel-y colors, but they really turned out so beautifully.
They did. They are kind of pastel-y, but not, you don't, I wouldn't call it, like, I wouldn't look at it and go, oh, that's too pastel-y for me.
No, but they're just like really light.
They're
and
soft.
I was like, oh no, but it looks so beautiful. I love how it turned out.
Looks really, really good. Congratulations.
So,
good job.
Yeah, so this I finished in about a year because I started it in July of last year, probably for, you know, patriotic. And I finished it this year. I did put a piece of fusible on the back, which makes it nice and sturdy. Also, this is probably like the prettiest back I've ever look how pretty it is.
You know, that is it the SF 101 that you put on the back?
Yes, thank you. Yes, SF 101, and it's nice and sturdy. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. I have been searching for a frame or a piece of wood or something for it. Hello, Mr. Apollo.
Gross. He's slobbering too. Okay, that's enough. You can go away now.
But I haven't found anything that's the right size. It's been too big for everything that I found. So maybe next year. I'm still on the hunt, but
there are some places online that will kind of custom do a frame, and I don't know how expensive they are. I think on Etsy there's a place that you can get on and say, I need to frame this size in this color. But I don't know how pricey they are.
I might have to look into that.
anyway.
And let me tell you guys some other details briefly. So this is stitched on a 14 count fiber on a whim milk and honey. And I did my own color conversions, as I mentioned, but I love that milk and honey. It's so soft to stitch on. This is like that I love fiber on a whim fabric. It's so soft. It's really pleasant to stitch on. So it was a really fun stitch. I'm very happy.
You should
be. I just think it's so pretty. This is one of probably my favorite patterns. Like, I just think it is so beautiful.
It is.
I don't know why.
I love the bell.
Me too. So that's my first finish. And do you have any finishes to show?
I have one. And so this is like my oldest whip from 2017 when I first came back to cross stitch. And it's called American Fin. And I fully finished it and fully finished it all in one go. And I mounted it on a cutting board that I bought at, I don't know, like at home or somewhere. I don't know where I was. And it's because it's just a flat cutting board. It's a pretty light one. And it has the SF-101 on the back, and then I just glued it down. And I did like a raw edge finish on it where I pulled off some of the, pulled out some of the threads to kind of make it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it looks really good. I think it adds to kind of the primitive look of it. So
it does. And then the flag, the red up here on the flag waves is a tiny, tiny little rickrack.
I love that you did that. I love that so much.
That was an option they suggested. And I think in their picture, let's see, they had, it's from Threadwork Primitives, All American Fin. They also used a rickrack. Theirs was a little thicker than mine. And they
love that
board as well, but sorry, it's glary, but no worries about the picture since you can see the original.
Exactly. That is a lot of fill-in on that whale. Jeez.
Yeah. So 2017, I started this when you started it, and you don't have yours anymore.
No, this is the only project I have ever completely abandoned and thrown away. I had used an old skein of the color of the whale, and I went to go buy a new one, and I started stitching it, and it just was like not the same at all.
Different. You couldn't find it. It was a DMC too.
I think it was because the one I had was so old. Like, it was one that you had like a long time ago, and then you had given me. And so that's why I just always buy new stuff for projects and make sure I buy enough for one project because of and I had like half the whale stitch.
I know.
And I couldn't get the color matched. It looked so bad. It made me so mad. I had everything else stitched. I just had the other half of the whale to do. I had everything done. And I was like, I can't. So I gave it up. But I love yours. It's beautiful. And I will probably never, ever do that project. But it's so cute.
I love the nautical stuff. So
me too.
You. So yes, I finished that.
It's beautiful. I love it. And you fully finished it, which is a major plus.
It is.
Okay, well, I have something very exciting. I finished my Hawk Run Hollow map, and I framed it.
Very good job. And I bow down to you because that is an amazing piece that you finished. Wow.
So it's all done. I just got a simple frame from Michael's. I just wanted a nice simple black frame, so I framed it myself. But I'm very happy with how it turned out. Kind of hard to show because it's so big, but you guys have been seeing it for a long time. But it's all done. I love it.
Wow. That's where are you gonna hang it?
It's gonna go on my wall over here in my in the craft room / office, so I can look at it every day. This is the biggest thing I've ever finished. It's so big.
It's humongous. It's humongous.
I love it.
And what is it stitched on?
I was just gonna say I stitched it on 16 count Tuscan Sun Ada, which I'm a big fan of. I think it just really makes all the other colors pop.
I love that. That color is, you're right, that color for the background is perfect.
It really is. So I'm very happy that because this was my COVID project. I started this in February. Let's see, I actually have it right here.
2020.
It just February 2020. Yep.
I remember when you were like, oh, I hope my fabric gets here before everything shuts down and stops shipping, and
yep,
you got it. Yeah.
Yep. So here it is. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for you. That's quite an accomplishment.
Yes. So that means now I get to start Autumn of Hawk Run Hollow.
Yep, that was your stipulation, was you had to finish that and then you were going to start Autumn at Hawk Run.
Yes, so I need to start looking for some fabric for it because I have the thread, but I don't have any fabric. So I want to do that, and hopefully I can start that maybe this month or the month after, but in the coming months, I will definitely be starting it. So
very good. Very nice. Very lovely.
It's so beautiful. I love it.
It's beautiful. Absolutely.
Now that I've shown you guys, I can hang it up on my wall. So
thanks for holding it for us to see.
Yes, of course. Of course.
And congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
You should be happy.
Oh, it's so crazy, but it's huge, so you know.
So fun though, isn't it? All so fun.
It is. It makes me just wish I had, you know, like a lot more done, but
doing these floss tubes, I have to say, doing these floss tubes actually really motivates me to start stitching again. So I haven't done that much stitching in the past month, and because I've been gardening and it's hot and I don't want to pick up my hands are sweaty. I don't want to pick up my projects and get them sweaty. And but then when we go to do these floss tubes and we pull out all our stuff that we have worked on and show, and it's like, oh, I have done something. I mean, and then I'm like, oh, then I get all excited and ready for the next month to fill up my basket, my working basket, which I didn't have that much in this month, but here is my working basket with a very few items.
I didn't even bring my basket over here because I didn't have very much in it.
Okay. Well.
So those were our finishes, which is exciting.
Exciting. Okay. So we've got some whips, but before we head on to whips, we were going to talk a little bit. I wanted to just kind of give you guys a warning about something that happened to me with a project. So I have this beautiful project bag that's one of my favorites. I did not make it, but I love it. And it has my Entwined Hearts project in it. And you can see it's there. And it's from the Scarlet House, and I've been working on it. I can actually show it to you really quick.
Oh yeah, let's see it.
I mean, I didn't work on it, but I love it still.
I love the color that you have for that. It's so pretty.
Yes, and it's called, what is it called? It's called, let me look it up really quick. So what happened is I put my pattern inside this bag, and the pattern was loose. The paper was up against the plastic, and I travel, and this was in the car with me one hot day, and it's stuck. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that?
I can see it.
Pattern is stuck to this. And so now, until I finish this project, I'm not going to pull this pattern out of here because it's going to rip the whole front of this pattern apart, is what's going to happen, because it's stuck to this vinyl. It melted, like the ink from the pattern melted onto this vinyl. So when I'm done, I will pull this pattern. When I'm finished with this pattern, I'll pull this off and probably take some alcohol and clean the inside of my bag and get it to working order again. But so after this happened, I made sure, Madison and I both did, that we put all of our project patterns in a sleeve, because this doesn't do anything. For some reason, it's the vinyl. Some kind of thing to do with this vinyl versus these cheap plastic sleeves. It doesn't stick to them. So be cautious of that. If you're putting your pattern into a bag with a vinyl front, and you're going to be in a hot car or in your house hot, I mean, I don't know, because you could potentially ruin your pattern like I have done to my Entwined Hearts. So super sad, but I'll get it cleaned up when the time comes, when I ever get this project done. Gosh, I was going to tell you. So this is, oh, Rubius is the color. It's a 14 count Ada from Picture This Plus. Rubius. It's a great color. It's so pretty.
It's pretty. Very pretty.
Anyway, I do need to get back to that. I'm going to put my husband and I's wedding date on here or something. I can't remember what I'm doing. Oh, somehow. Anyway, I'll figure it out and show you guys sometime when I get back to working on it. I was hoping this was supposed to be my 14th of the month project that I worked on.
Oh,
for, Valentine's Day or whatever, but, hearts. So anyway, so there's just a warning for you guys. Be careful with your project bags.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, because that's how we store our patterns, is we store them in these project sleeves. Like here, I pulled out one of my, we keep them in these sleeves, keeps them nice, and organized. I pulled out my Halloween binder, and then you can put them in a binder and keep them all nice and organized. Yes, we each have like several, but then you've got them all nice in here, and it's easy to just like flip right through and like, look, oh, what do I want to start? And it's good to go. Yeah, this is my Halloween. You have more official labels than I do.
Well, yeah, this is my fall binder, but I just put in scrapbook paper with holes. Oh, we're getting a weather alert. And then put labels up here. This one says Halloween, I think. I can't read it upside down.
I have like 3 of these.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 small ones as well. I ran out of big binders. Just samplers, and then Christmas as well. So
yeah,
this is a great way to store them, because the sleeves that they come in, especially patterns that are like folded in half, unless you have like a specialized bin to like, that's like maybe the exact width of the pattern, like it's hard to store them. And this makes it easy, and then you can sort them and keep them organized. It protects your patterns, because
yeah,
some of them are going to be around a long time while I finish these projects, so it's nice to be able to have them protected, and
you can flip through them. So that's what I really like, is like, yes. I'm like, oh, I'm going to look through my patterns and just look at them.
Yes, and we have, like we said, we have them organized. So like I have big sample of, this is my big sampler, and then my Christmas binder, and then this was my Halloween binder. So if I'm like, oh, I want to start a Halloween project, I go and pull that out and flip through it, and that's kind of where I start when I want to like kit a project. So
right, we really like
a great way.
Yeah, I mean, some people like to leave their patterns in the sleeves they come in. That's fine, but man, as soon as I get mine, I take those out of there and throw those away. And
me too.
I recycle them I use them for different stuff, but sometimes I put floss in them and put them in a project bag or what have you. But I think this is so much more user friendly.
Yes. And then you know what you have, you can kind of organize it a little bit more. Otherwise, I think I would just have like stuff everywhere, and then I wouldn't know what I had. And like, this is enjoyable to look through. But if I had them,
it's like a
something else, I wouldn't enjoy it. Yeah, this is just, also we like to be organized though. So this is totally like up, probably one step above maybe the average person, because I like to have it all organized and
right.
So, but yes, this is how we keep our patterns stored.
It is. Now, how do you keep your so I know you put your whips in a project bag if you have a project bag. I know you're out of project bags, as am I. But let me touch on that really quick since we're on that subject. So you requested to make project bags, or that your mom make you project bags, but Madison's coming to visit me soon. And so I've been kind of getting some project bags ready. So we're going to work on project bags when she gets here. And this is only like part of the stack, but we are going to be making some fun project bags when Madison comes. So like, I just am throwing some things out at you. They're just so fun. Where's that Halloween one on the bottom?
Oh, I love that one. I can't wait to see all the ones you picked out.
We'll share with you, whoops, it's upside down, when we get these project bags made, but because we have a lot to make while she comes in September.
Yes.
And that will be our sewing project while she's here. So there's a lot to do.
Yes, well, I'm glad, because I really need more bags. So I'm happy to help you make them. We'll get an assembly line going.
Yes. And so I tried to be specific about like I know we have lots of Christmas projects and we have lots of fall projects, and I try, so anyway, and I have all those fun fabrics that nothing else to do with. Like, what are you going to do with, like, I don't know. I have some fabric that have raccoons on it that, like, what am I going to do with that? So it's like making a project bag is the best. Anyway, so I know you do that. Your whips are in a project bag. How about your kitted items? You keep yours. Do you put yours in a sleeve? Now, see, I don't know if you do.
So primarily no, because I don't have too many kitted projects. I'm looking over there and I probably have like maybe 15.
You put them in these, don't you?
Yes, because I finished so many projects recently. I was able to, my project bag issue has been resolved a little bit. So then I was able to use those Amazon bags to kind of organize my kitted projects. But if I don't have one, I just put them in the sleeve, which I think is what you do.
Yes. So these are my kitted projects. I have 6 binders of patterns, and then these are my kitted projects. So this is how I do them. I will take, let's just pull one out here. So like, I have a sleeve and I put the pattern in. This one does have all the flosses, but it doesn't have the fabric. Some of them have the fabric and the flosses. Some of them might just have a piece of fabric. So if I have any part of something, it goes in here, usually in a sleeve. And sometimes, like I said, I use those old pattern bags for, like, to put floss in for a big.
Yeah.
So like here's this one. This is Peace on Earth from Kathy Barrick that I've kitted up, and it has the fabric and the floss in it. So
yeah.
But this is, I love this, but now it's full. And I got this tote from Hobby Lobby, but it has 2 big handles on the side, 2 big handles on the side. So that's how I keep my kitted projects. I don't know. It's just interesting to see how people organize stuff, because you start out thinking, oh, I only need 10 kitted projects. Well, then all of a sudden you have however many that is, like 50. Speaking of which, let's have a conversation. How many whips do you have, Madison?
Oh God, I just did the math. I have 42. How many do you have?
I have 53. Yeah, I have 53, I think is what my number is. So how many have you finished? What?
Well, so I had 54 and I finished 12 this year so far. So I have 42. So that's my math. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I've finished 5 this year, but I can look pretty quickly here. I have added 6 to my whips this year.
Only 6?
Yeah.
I've added.
Now I'm not counting the 12 by 12.
Me neither.
Okay.
I added 8, and of those 8, I've finished 4.
Okay. Well, I added 6, but I did finish 2 of the 6 that I added. So
okay, so we've both finished about half of what we added. Okay.
I don't have to add any more. Although, who cares? What's it matter? As long as you're having fun, right? As long as you're having fun.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't either. I don't either. Oh my gosh. Okay. What about like thread storage? How do you do your thread storage?
Oh, well,
like
so that's
extra thread. Mine's
so I had to figure out something because I was starting to accumulate just like extra thread. And so what I do is I keep mine in this acrylic box here. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. I think it was in their storage section. And so I keep it in here and it's organized by color. So let's see.
You have them on rings. Are there no skeins in there?
No. Because I went through and floss dropped all of the skeins that I had in here and made them all organized. Yeah, one day. So like these are my blues. And so there are some, there's all different, there's a few of hand dyeds and then some DMCs. So they're all on like a little ring, so I can pull them out and then look at them and see what. And then in addition to this, I have. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just like depressed. Mine's a mess.
And then I have an Excel spreadsheet and it has multiple pages or sheets for different types of threads. So I have one that has my hand dyes on it. I only have Weeks Dye Works. So those are on there and they're alphabetized. And then I have a DMC sheet that has all my DMC colors on there. And then like the number skeins, because there's some that I have multiple skeins, so that if I'm looking for one, I can easily go to my Excel spreadsheet, find it, and take it instead of looking through this. And if I know the color,
Right.
organized by color. And so I really try to keep that sheet updated. And like I do have on top of this, there was a ring of, because I finished that Liberty Hill, I haven't filed those yet. So they were sitting on top of here because I need to go update my Excel spreadsheet. So that's how I organize my floss. I'm a very detail-oriented individual. That's how I keep mine organized.
It's great. I started that Excel sheet and I had it for a while, but then it fell to the wayside and I need to redo it. It's not that hard to do it. It's pretty quick to do, but I find it, since my spreadsheet is a mess now, I find it easier to just go by new instead of looking through my, because mine are over here. Those are my DMCs. I have a DMC case thing. And so they're divided by color, but I get frustrated looking through, because then I'm like, oh yeah, this is a blue, and I start looking through all the blue numbers looking for that number. And so
they are they're in numerical order on the ring, so that then you can easily do you want me to organize them for you when I come?
I think so. I think you need to do my spreadsheet. And I hate floss dropping. Oh my gosh, I hate it. I hate doing that.
I don't mind it, especially like it was one day and I was like, I'm gonna organize my floss. I had a field day, so it was fun.
You need to come and do that to all my kitted projects and floss drop on kitted projects. Like these are
sounds like too much work. Oh god, those are a pain.
They are,
because unless you want them to like look all kinky, you have to iron them. Because there was one point I went back to like old projects I had started that had those stupid things, and I was like, I'm just gonna floss drop them. So it was like a whole thing where one day that's all I did was I floss dropped them and then I ironed them because they're just like all kinky. And so
yeah,
it's a commitment to do that. So I got rid of all those. I have none of those stupid bobbin things left.
And
actually, that was back when I didn't understand what it meant to do a floss drop. And I was like, these people are so stupid. What are they doing?
I know. I didn't get it either. Yeah. I think those might be Cosmos, because at one time I had like all the Cosmo colors before I got back to, because we were doing embroidery anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got way off topic. Okay, so how about some whips? What do we have for whips?
Oh yes. Am I supposed to go first? Should I go first here?
Why don't you go? I think you have more than me.
Okay, let me just move my massive binders. Okay, why don't I share my first whip?
Okay.
So this is one I started a month or two ago. It's called Clustered Stars, and it is from the Sweet Land of Liberty book by Blackbird Designs. And I've showed it to you before. I am almost done.
You are?
I have to finish. So I added some details on the house, like the cute little banners above the windows.
Yeah.
And a few of the florals, and then some of the house designs. So I just have to finish the house, finish the third part of the flag, and then add some stars up there. So, but this was one that I worked on like over a couple weekends, where I just like really like stitched like a lot. And so I think I just got a little bit tired of it. I'm also stitching, this is an 18 count that I hand dyed. It was a natural linen. I hand dyed it, so it's now probably more like a 20 count. And I'm stitching with 2 threads, so it's kind of thick, especially in this flag, to like pull the thread through. So it's kind of hard to stitch on.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I love like the small dainty little size, but I think I'm just kind of bored of it because I stitched on it a lot. Like this was a lot of progress. So I love it. I think it's absolutely adorable, and it'll make a cute little pillow or something when I'm done, but I think I'm done for
next
this
season.
this season. Yeah.
It's in United We Stand.
It's not in the sweet list.
No.
I can never keep it straight. And I don't know where my book is because I don't keep it over here. Okay. Thank you.
It's from Blackbird Designs.
But it is from Blackbird Designs, yes. And I use the called for colors.
Yes. Okay.
So yes, that's my.
Well, did you use the DMC conversion? Because they usually use, yes.
Well, the DMC conversions that mostly that they provided. Yes, I might have changed one or two, but
okay.
Pretty much whatever the DMC that they provided.
They always do.
Yes.
What do I want to say?
Gentle Arts, Classic Color Works, hand dyed. Yeah.
Yeah. Fancy floss. Okay.
Fancy floss. Every time somebody says fancy floss, it makes me think of Fancy Feast. I don't even have a cat. I've never had a cat, and so I don't know why I think of that. It's probably like commercials, like
yeah. That's
Fancy Feast. Anyway.
All right. So I'll do a whip now. So I don't have much progress on much, but I have a few things. So I have, this is from Little House Needleworks, and it's called Suffrage Act. And I started this a while ago. And for a while, I was working on this on the 4th of the month just to get the title stitched. And I finally got the title stitched, but I did kind of start over here now on this column-y thing. And so I made a little progress on it. And like
I love that type font. I love that so much.
Font is fun. So this is I believe this is Dirty Ada. Let me see here. It's it's 16 count amber Ada. So I like 16 count. I think it's my favorite. Goodness. Bless you. So I like I said, I'm trying to work on this on the 4th of the month for like a patriotic stitch. And I did do it until I got the words done at the top, and then I kind of didn't do it again because I was working on the American one. What is
Early
that?
Americans.
Early Americans. We haven't.
I knew you're thinking.
Like totally drawing the blank. So that's my progress on that. It's in this project bag. So that I did that. I think I worked on that for just like 2 nights is all. But I have to say, like a lot of my work for the month of July was preparing project bags. Yeah. I seriously have cut, I don't know how many project bags did I tell you I cut? Like
I thought it was like 75 or something.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It was a lot. I don't know the exact number, but it was definitely upwards of like 60 plus.
It's a lot. And I tried to do them so that like you had this Halloween one, I had, anyway. It'll be interesting. So I spent a lot of creative time doing that in my sewing room because it's cooler down there. Anyway, okay. Do you have another whip?
I do. This is one we both have. This is my berry bowl, which I have in this adorable gardening bag. I love this one. It's so cute.
Mine's in a Amazon bag because I don't have any more project bags.
Sad day.
Sad.
I only worked on this one night. This was one of my goals, is I wanted to touch on it. I finally got the colors that I was missing because when I went to go buy my colors, the store that I went to didn't have all of them, so I had to go to another one. So I finally got the missing ones, and I was able to kind of finish the rest of my bowls, and then I started a 4th one as well.
Okay, good. So we're both working on
the right side.
Yes, we're both working on this side, and when we get finished, we're going to give each other our sides, and then we each stitch our own side of this. So she's stitching that one for me, and mine I'm stitching for her. And I did a couple, I think I did 3 more bowls. I can't remember what I showed last time.
Yeah, I I need to do more to catch up. My wimpy bowls down here.
Yeah, you do have wimpy bowls, but you stitch so much faster than me. It won't take you that long to catch up. I really like working on this project because it's the whole little, I did a whole motif, and it's like a finish for me, so I was gonna start my half for myself this last month and just do like a bowl, but I didn't get to it. So
you didn't. Okay, I haven't started mine either. I have it in here, but
same. I got my feet ready to go, but anyway, I love this project. This is so much fun.
I love it too. Okay, can I ask you a question? So like, and maybe this is for other people too. So like this project, this fabric is bigger than my bag, right? So like, but if I crease it, it makes like a really bad crease that is like forever hard to get out. So like, how do you just like change up like where you fold it? Do you like roll it? Like,
sometimes I do roll it, and then sometimes I try not to always fold it in the same spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of like quilts. Like when I put my quilts away or when I fold my quilts, I usually roll my quilts. Actually, I might fold them in half like once or twice to get a good length.
Yeah.
And I roll them. But sometimes I do roll. And then sometimes
if I roll and put it in, then doesn't it crease like the whole thing? I don't know. I guess I'm just asking.
It does.
Best solution.
There is no good solution. And then you have 50 creases instead of just one.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Cause like I have been trying, it was on my Hawk Run Hollow when I was mounting it. I had kind of some bad creases, and I had to kind of like get it wet with some water to really relax them. And it was like a multi-day process of just trying to get the creases out. So I guess I'm trying to be more aware of that, I guess.
Definitely. Just try not to fold it on the same spot every time is what I would say. Cause that's what with quilting, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Is try not to fold the same spot every time. So what fabric are you using?
That's a good question. I have absolutely no idea. I'm more concerned about my fabric creases.
So I'm using oaken 16 count. We both are doing 16 count, and mine's oaken from Picture This Plus.
I don't know what I don't know. I don't know.
I've started putting. I've started putting.
I should do that.
If there's a tag attached to the fabric, put it on my floss drop because.
Okay, I know why. This was white Ada that I hand dyed myself with tea.
After you're saying that, I remember that.
Yes, so it's 16 count because we decided that's our favorite is 16 count. I love 14 count too. And 18 count is fine, but like 16 is like the perfect sweet spot. So we decided we were gonna do the same count so that the pattern lines up, at least hopefully lines up when we put them together one day.
Yeah.
And I hand dyed mine because I like to buy the big rolls of stuff of Ada from Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and then it's easy to hand dye it instead of buying.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't find it. So it's because
we need to do some like tutorials. We need to do a hand dyeing one. We need to do a project bag one.
I know. I guess we do.
And it's hard when we don't live by each other.
I know. Because like we could say we could try. We got so much to do when I come in a month. So it's like I'm like we could try, but we got a lot to do. So
that's all the project whips I have for that.
Well, I have one more to show. Hold on, I'm trying to. I rolled my little thingies to see if maybe we'll see how that. We'll try that.
We'll try that. I do have some quilting stuff in a wool project to show, but
okay. Well, I have one more whip. It's in this cute little birdie bag. And this is my Live on Little, which I'm sure you all have seen this one because this one came out last year. I think at Needle Market. It's this one with a giant blue house, Live on Little, by
newer one, Plum Street
Sampler. Yeah, it's a newer one. And like everybody who I follow on Instagram has like finished it.
They did. That's a big project too.
It is, let me tell you the stitch count. It's 307 by 207. But this was one of my 12 by 12 starts. And so I finished the bottom,
That's so pretty.
which I'll kind of show you here. So there's lobsters and fishes and whales, and then a cute little mermaid with a mirror.
That's cute.
So this is the bottom part of the filled in of, the ocean.
Stitching.
It is a lot of stitching because it's like complete fill in, but it's adorable. It's kind of hard.
It's very adorable.
It's hard to show you like the full thing because it's but I love the little lobsters. They're so cute.
It's so cute.
And this, I am stitching on Picture This Plus Fog, and this is a 16 count. And I'm doing all the called for DMC colors. So yeah, and I like this one. I like Picture This Plus fabrics. I feel like they're very nice to stitch on. Like I really enjoy stitching on this.
I like them
but see, this is my crease issues. Like look at these creases. So
yeah, I would just say don't ever fold in the same spot if you can help it, especially if it's leaving a spot, leaving marks behind.
Yeah. So I think like I said, I need to be a little bit more aware of that. So yeah, that's my progress. But and I would like to note that I did not have a lot of this done. I was probably here.
That's a lot.
I probably had it was like this much that I had done. So I did like all of this. So it's a lot. So this is why I don't have a lot more projects to show, is because, in addition to finishing my Aqua and Hollow, I did quite a bit of this, and it's complete fill in. So I was very happy with it, but yes. So I just thought I should say that because I was like, you guys don't know how much I had before because you probably haven't seen it in a while. So I was happy. I gotta tell you, I was happy that it was only one more whale because there were 3 whales, and I was like, I am so done stitching these stupid whales.
Well, that's the thing with Flosstube. I mean, like sometimes, like if we were to stitch on just one project all month long, that might not look like a lot, but it was a lot, like,
yeah,
I finished my American Fin, my big whale, and you finished Talk Run Hollow, but it is what it is. But we just appreciate that you guys come and hang out with us. Okay, ouch. Ooh, that was the needle. So my 7 snowmen, I've been working on this, I've been trying to do 1 snowman a month. I finished this gal. She was almost done last month. So I finished her, and I worked on the one next to her, and he's almost done, or she, whatever.
Yay.
Almost. I just have to finish him. Oh, there's a needle in it.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, it's right here. Well, I was mid-stitch, and Madison's like, let's do our Flosstube. I'm like, okay. So I was trying to get him finished. He's the last one, or she, whatever. And then I'm going to make it into a pillow. So I'm so close. I'm so ready for this to be done. It's from All Through the Night, made of wool. And it's called Seven Snowmen.
So you're going to do a pillow? You decided?
To do a pillow. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I want you to do. I think all along I thought you should have done a pillow. So I'm happy to hear that.
Oh my gosh, that needle hurt.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm okay. And then a friend and I did this is a funny story. We were having coffee on a Friday morning, and she says to me, she's my friend that I go quilting with frequently to Estes Park, to a cabin. She's like, oh, we're not going until October. We should go this weekend. And I said, okay, let's go this weekend. So we went. This was like a month ago. And so we got up from the coffee shop, went home, threw a bunch of crap in the car, and went to Estes Park and stayed in an Airbnb that we found or something. I don't remember. Anyway, so I had been working on this prairie from Lori Holt, came in this cute little box. And I got it put together finally. It's a big table runner.
So cute.
It is very cute. And it's got this really fun stripe that's going to be the binding. So it'll be perfect.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So now it just has to be quilted along with, I don't know, what do I have? Like 50
A bazillion.
quilt tops do I have? It's ridiculous. I like to make the quilt tops, but I don't like to quilt anything. I'm gonna look really quick.
You look.
Well, I have 49 quilt tops.
I knew you had almost 50. Oh yeah, yep.
I'm talking like most of them are quilts, not table toppers like this one. So although
Yep.
that would be super cute on the bottom of a bed, like a bed runner on the bottom.
Yes, it would. That would be adorable.
Would be. So I got that all together, and there's the binding for that.
So cute.
And then I also worked on I bought a bunch of at some antique store. I rescued a bunch of quilt pieces that somebody else had put together, and that they were just there at the flea market. So I bought them, and what I've been doing is, I know every once in a while I just sit down and put not fusible, like an interfacing to stabilize them, and then I'll be applique these down on some fabric. And so I just did a few more that weekend that we went up there. Oops, showing the wrong side. So I did a few more.
I love those. Those are so fun. I can't believe somebody just got rid of them.
And so I have these done, and and there's a ton of them in here, and I can't decide what color of background to do the fabric. Like, I don't know if I do like a white or cream or a black. I don't know. I can't decide. When you come, I might have you look. What do you think?
I feel like either a cream or even like a light teal. Like I'm talking like light teal, like light blue, a light yellow, like
something more vintage in retro,
yes.
rather than like the black, right?
Yeah, and even white. White seems like too stark for it. Yeah.
You're
Because
probably
it's not modern. Because like what you just showed, your table runner, that's very modern fabric, but this is all like obviously vintagey fabric, and so white just doesn't kind of match the tone of the fabric.
well, and then I had black because I was like, oh, all those colors show up really nice. I don't think I like the black. Okay, and then the other thing I worked on was this. It's from Ginny from One Block from Jen Kingwell, and I'm doing called Halo. It's a bunch of circles, and it's very scrappy. It's like the throw up of fabric. And so I added a whole nother row. Ouch.
You gotta be careful over there.
I know I have a piece of, so I added another row. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. It is like throw up, but it works.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's challenging because it's a lot of circles and a lot of curves, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm just trucking along on it. I'll be glad when it's done. But I can't work on it a lot at one time. Like, that
makes sense. Yeah, it probably gets kind of tiresome a little bit.
It does. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I have for quilting and wool stuff. So hi, buddy. So I have been, creative, just not a bunch of different stuff to show. You want to come up and say hi? I know, come on up. Okay, yeah, say hi. Look, there's Madison. No.
Hi, Apollo. Hi, buddy. I'm gonna come see you soon. He says, I don't care.
He's like, whatever, just got the cookies out. Okay. What else do we have to talk about?
Well, I sadly do not have any crochet progress to share because I also have not been crocheting. It's been like the last thing I wanted to do is like touch yarn with my sweaty hands. So taking a little break from that as well. I don't know if I foresee that in my future this next month either, but we'll see. It's kind of more of like a winter spring thing. I don't know if that's just me. I'm sure not, because I know there are people who crochet all year round, but personally, I don't know.
Right.
So, none of that to show, but I think we have some haul.
Oh yeah, we got a little bit of haul
there. I have 2 new patterns. You go first. Do you have a couple too?
Yes, I have the Prairie Schooler Sweeping Cobwebs. I love all the Halloween elementary schoolers. I love all of them. Every single
I have
one. And I know they all look alike. Oh, you have some. What do you have?
I have Trick or Treat.
Well, I love that one. I might have that one already. I love
The
it.
crap cute, the pumpkin and the witch and the skeleton
I
are
know, so cute.
I love them all too. They are all the same, but not, and I need all of them.
I 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. What else you have?
I also have this one. This one is really, really fun. It's from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and it's called the Salem Sisters Apothecary, and it's a black one, which is, I thought it was really, really cool. It's another Halloween one. You can tell where my mind is.
Yes.
So this is really kind of fun. The potion bottles and the tonics and the little cauldron, which is really fun. I want to start this.
I like their patterns. I like patterns a lot. Okay, I've got a couple more. I have hands-on design. What is it called? First Forest or something, but I thought it was kind of different because you did your stitching project and then you made it like a snowman. I thought that was kind of different.
Oh, is it I couldn't tell.
Yeah, they're supposed to be snowmen, I think.
Okay. I love the pattern. I think it's really really pretty.
I guess you wouldn't have to. You could do like a pillow or something. And then I also got Sandy Gervais or Brenda.
No, Brenda.
Sorry, Sandy Gervais designs quilting fabric, so I get them mixed up. Okay.
That one's cute.
Isn't that cute? It says, have a holly jolly Christmas. So that's what I got. So what kind of plans do you have? What are you feeling like you're going to work on this next month? I'm excited to put new stuff in my bucket now that it's
Me too. I'm over my bucket. Let me tell you that. For the amount of stitching that I have not done, I'm over my bucket.
Same, girl. Same.
So for the past month or so, I've really been focusing on nautical and like patriotic. I've really been into like seasons, I feel like this year, even so like in February and spring and whatever. So I think I'm kind of ready for fall, which seems crazy because it's only August, but it's actually not really because it's mid of August. So like we're halfway through August already. So, and I want to have 2.5 months for fall before I move on to Christmas. So I'm thinking I'm going to start fall this month so that then I have, at least 2 solid months, because fall is my favorite thing to stitch. Fall, Halloween, those are kind of like the same. I know. Well, the 2 patterns that I bought were, So I think I'm going to pull that stuff out so I can have a nice solid 2.5 months of that before then I move on to Christmas, because I always feel like I start both of those too late and then I'm not satisfied with like how much, but then I don't want to move the fall because I'm like, well, I got to get to Christmas, because then once Christmas is done, I don't want to do Christmas stitching or
fall.
No. So I'm planning ahead this year for probably because we're doing this Flosstube and I'm already like forward thinking about, so I'm going to pull out my fall projects. Okay. I think I have a couple that are close to being done, so I think I'm going to pull those out. Okay. And then there's a couple like our Lazy Bear Mountain that we started. I'm probably going to pull that one out. And then I'll probably start Autumn of Hawk Run Hollow at some point too. Maybe not this month, maybe next month when it's actually autumn. But those are my plans. What about you?
I don't know. I don't know what I feel like. I'm not sure, but I'm over my bucket, and I have been over my bucket actually for 2 months. I've almost feel like, but it's been taut and I don't want to touch all the fabric stuff. And so, although I quilt, but it's different when you sit there with fabric and you're constantly holding it, or this wool. I'm really over this. I want to get this done.
That's like a blanket for that.
I had it on the table and was trying to stitch it up, and I'm like, I just want this done. It's so close. But I don't know for cross stitch. I love fall. It's my favorite as well. And I'm pretty sure it's the colors.
Me too. It's the oranges. Yeah.
So I don't know. You come this next month, but so I still have stitching to do. I have a whole month stitching to do before you get here almost. Well, anyway, I don't know.
I'm so passionate. I'm already like fall. I'm already into it. And it's probably kind of early, but I don't care. It's what I'm feeling like. I'm really over like the summer stuff. I don't know what it is. I mean, I've stitched quite a bit, so
yeah,
that's probably why.
And I finished that one blackbird one with the flag on it. I finished my American Fin. Kind of, those were 2 finishes for the year, which were close to being done anyway, and I finished them, so I feel good about those 2. And you finished Hawk Run Hollow, so you get to start autumn with Hawk Run Hollow.
I know. So that's my plan. Probably after this video, I'm going to go and look through all my projects.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sort all this out and then
get my bin up and ready for
my sad empty bucket. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks everybody so much for joining us. And if you stuck with us through this whole video, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate everyone. And we love reading everybody's comments. We read everybody's comments. If we don't answer your question, somehow we've probably liked it and then didn't respond, because sometimes that happens, because then it goes away from like the list that we see of comments. And so if we don't answer your question and then you have a question, just ask it again. We don't mind.
No,
we don't mind, because there's 2 of us that try to get on, and like she answers questions for her and I answer questions for me. And so, sometimes a question gets lost, but we read all the comments and try to comment on everyone. So, and then answer questions. So we really, really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for staying with us.
we do. Thanks for hanging out with us, and happy stitching, and good luck with your projects that you're going to pick out. Hopefully you're feeling motivated for something after us. Hopefully we've inspired you to go pick up your project, because I think you've inspired me, Mom. I'm ready to go pick mine up.
I'm excited to fill up my bucket with some new stuff now. So yeah. So start all the things. And if you don't finish anything, finish nothing. It's fine. Unfinished stitches. That's why we're here.
Exactly. All right.
Yes. The finishes are just the bonus. So
exactly.
All right. Thanks everyone. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye.